Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So the first house rules of Madden 20 Ultimate Team came out today, and it's a little interesting because they removed Weekend League and solo battles indefinitely due to the many disconnects. I know I had problems with that. I know many others did as well. So in the end, I support that decision. However, it's a little strange that they're taking two online competitive modes out because of the disconnect issue and putting a new one in that was only in beta last year. I have had some disconnects in these games, but it hasn't been a big problem because it's cumulative wins rather than worrying about getting win streaks. If you lose one game, it's not that big of a deal. So it's a 6-day event from today through Monday, I believe. So it's interesting because it's 200 total wins. If you get the 200 total wins, you'll get 1,000 competitive trophies, which is half of what you need for the auctionable Von Miller, which right now is selling for over 1 million coins, I believe. And you'll get the 89 to 90 NAT Superstar, MUT Superstar player. You get that at 50 wins. So the rewards are pretty nice. The games are short enough. I've been completing these games in anywhere between 2 to 4 minutes usually. If my opponent ends up scoring a touchdown in the 2-point conversion, I just quit right away because best case scenario is I tie it and we go to double overtime. And with the nature of these games, I'm trying to get to 200 wins. I'm at 50 right now. I'll show you here who I got. My NAT MUT Superstar pack. As you can see, I got DeMarcus Lawrence, 89 overall. Not the best pull, 89, not a 90, but in the solos, I pulled Harrison Smith, who's arguably the worst pull you can get, at least for coin value-wise. So I'm just happy I didn't get Harrison Smith. I'm not going to complain too much about getting DeMarcus Lawrence. It does suck a little bit because when I run squads with my friends, I'm usually the offensive coordinator. So, getting Patrick Mahomes or Odell Beckham or Todd Gurley would have helped the offense a little more. But still, two great 89 overall players I have right now. So I wanted to go over basically, is it worth it for you to try to get 200 wins in house rules? Now, because of the Weekend League and solo battles being removed, it kind of makes me think that EA made it a 6-day event and stretched the wins out so much so it would entice people to play this mode through the weekend because there's not Weekend League or solo battles to keep you occupied otherwise. But we'll have to wait and see. I know last year was a 48-hour event, only 10 wins needed total, not even in a row to get the reward like the 89 to 90 NAT MUT Superstar player. Because of how short these games are, being traditional college overtime rules, it doesn't surprise me that it's more than 10 wins needed, but 200 is a bit high to me. I thought maybe if they didn't have problems with the disconnects with Weekend League and solo battles, maybe this would be only a 50-win event, and you need to get 50 wins in 48, maybe 72 hours in order to get the maximum reward. Because if we go to missions, it's a little interesting too, kind of why it also makes me think that maybe this is just a 1-week thing or however long it takes them before Weekend League and solo battles is back. But if we go into missions and we go into this back to school here, you have the go for extra section. So you have win big here, which is basically up to 50 wins to get your NAT 89 to 90 superstar player. But then it says go for extra. So 75 wins, 150 trophies, 100 wins, 200 trophies, 150 wins, 250 trophies, and finally, for your 200th win, you'll get 300 trophies. And that is an accumulated total, so it's not like if you get 200 wins, you only get 300 trophies. You do get the trophies for each milestone. So if you win 200, you do get 1,000 trophies, like I stated before. But I just wanted to make sure that that was clarified. So because it says go for extra, I do kind of think maybe This is only a 6-day event because the Weekend League and solo battles aren't in the game right now. But again, we'll have to wait and see. The second thing I wanted to do in this video is talk about the total value you'll get from a coins perspective from playing house rules. So I definitely think it's worth it to play house rules, not only for the 89 to 90 NAT player, not only for the trophies, which I'll go over and explain how they are converted to coins. And I also think you get a very good amount of XP. Even if you lose the game, for some reason, you get 150 XP per game minimum, because that's the amount you get for completing 4 quarters of a game, which you get for some reason, even though you're only doing, 3 minutes on average, I bet. But for most wins, I'm getting between 280 and 300 XP. Just today, I've played probably 4 or 5 hours of house rules, and I've leveled up from 45 to 49. So it's definitely a good way to level up. Also, I know it's an accumulated thing and you're not going to see it all at once as a big lump sum, but for 200 wins, you'll get 60,000 coins, because you get 300 coins per win. 200 wins, 200 times 300 is 60,000. That doesn't even count the 100 coins you get per loss, but I mean, that really depends on the player, how many times you lose. Honestly, probably going for 200 wins, you're probably going to lose a decent amount of time. So you can probably add, 8 to 10K more, depending on the type of player you are. For me, I try not to do long methodical drives. Like I said, on defense, if I start on defense and the other team scores a touchdown and 2-point conversion right away, I just quit right away, because best case scenario, you tie it at 8 and you go to double overtime, and that's just essentially another game being played. So I try also on offense, score as quickly as possible, go for 2 every time, send pressure on defense. A lot of people are trying to go deep, trying to score quick. So if you send pressure, a lot of people aren't going to hit the dump down route for 3 yards. They're not going to have checkdowns. I know I try to score in the first 2 to 3 plays usually, if not the first play, just because for 200 wins, I try to rotate through these games pretty quickly. But that's just what I do. That's what I would do if I was going for 200 wins if I was you. Now, I want to look at, if you get to 200 wins, you get the 1,000 competitive trophies. What is that from a coins perspective? So you're not getting much coins per game. And again, like I said, for 200 games, you get 300 coins per win. So that's 60,000 coins for the games you win if you get the 200 wins. So you're not really seeing a lump sum of coins. So it could be difficult for people to want to grind these games if they don't think that they're getting a lot of coins. But in reality, you are. It's just you got to convert the trophies to coins. So if you're like where I am now and I have almost 1,000 trophies and I get 200 wins, and once I get my Weekend League rewards, I'll have about 2,000 trophies. With Von Miller right now, he's selling for over 1 million coins. Now, I expect that to go down a bit, because I think a decent amount of people will have 2,000 trophies after this event. So there will be more Von Millers. But with me, I'm probably going to go John Madden collectibles, because I want those chemistries later on in the game to help my entire team. But if you're looking for coins, Von Miller, even if you don't have many trophies right now, and after doing this event, you can get the NAT Series 1 Competitive Master Von Miller. If you're just looking for an upgrade on your team, he's solid. You can quick sell him for training later once your team gets upgraded enough where Von isn't going to be a starter or rotational player for you. But if you're not in either of those positions, let's just look at it from just getting the 1,000 trophies. How much coins can you turn that into? So, touchdown pack or quick sell, you get 65k quick sell from this pack. I'm not going to consider if you pull the actual pack, the 1 of 3 80 plus overall elite fantasy pack, because that's obviously a gamble. Could you pull an 87, 88 and triple or quadruple the 65K that you would get? Obviously, but could you also pull an 81 and get 40K less? That's probably what's going to happen, and very likely. So just taking the guaranteed coins 65K quick sell, you can do this 4 times, 220 times 4, 880. So 65K times 4 is going to be 260,000 coins. Now you have 120 trophies left at that point. So if we come over here to the midfield pack or quick sell, it's 40 trophies. Again, we'll just take the guaranteed coins, not the risk of the pack. You could make more coins from the pack, you could make less. That is something that you would have to assess for yourself if you want to do that. But talking about guaranteed value, 9,000 coin quick sell, it's 40 trophies, so you could do it 3 times with your remaining 120 trophies to give you 27,000 coins. And that would get you 287,000 coins from the 1,000 trophies. Now, that doesn't seem like a lot, because if you double the 287,000, you're at 574,000. And Von Miller's going for over 1 million coins. But if you're not in a position to get the Von Miller, and I can't speak on his market price going forward because it could drastically drop. You have other linebackers like Lawrence Taylor that have come out. I believe he's sitting around 500,000 coins on Xbox. Maybe a little more than that right now. But Von Miller, the reason he's so high is because not many people have him. Now, I don't know if he's selling for the exorbitant amount that he's going for right now, but he definitely has that price right now. I expect it to go down. How much, I don't know again, but if you're looking for the guaranteed coins and you're not in a position to get Von Miller, I think the touchdown pack, midfield pack, get those quick sells. If you want to take a risk, take the risk. Pull the pack for the cards. And that would be a good option. Obviously, you have 1,000 trophies. So you could do this pack 100 times if you wanted, this Wheel of Coins pack. That gives you between 1,000 and 50,000 coins. Now, that's obviously a big risk. You could get 1,000 coins every time, get 100K, and lose pretty big. But it's 100 of them, so could you get a couple 25Ks, maybe even a 50K, get some consistent 15, 20Ks? You might actually be able to make more than you would with the midfield or touchdown pack. Excuse me. So that's obviously a risk, but it's an option for you. For me, again, I'm going John Madden collectibles because I want to get those chemistries for my entire team. 84 plus elite. It's an option. You could pull 2 of them with your 1,000 trophies. I just wouldn't do that. It's a pretty big risk. And honestly, to me, that's probably the worst option. But if you want to take a risk, you can definitely do that. So that is the video. That is sort of the house rules for this week. Just a quick summation. I think it's worth it. I would go for 200 wins if you can. I would definitely try to get 50 if you don't have the time or you just don't want to play all those games. Definitely try to go for 50, get the 89 to 90 overall NAT MUT Superstar player. But that is the video. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one.